to make do, succeed, and excel, always living up to our motto of strength through vigilance and excellence in all we do. In 1947, a single officer from the 10th Air Force was assigned to Milwaukee to assist in the formation and organization of an aircraft control and warning squadron. In 1949, the unit received leftover and worn-out World War II radio equipment, and soon thereafter an AN-TPS-2 radar set with a max range of 15 miles. Yeah, whoa. The unit continued to grow. Excuse me, I'm getting emotional. The unit continued to grow, and in 1951, under the command of Major Raymond E. Wren, was first called to duty during the Korean conflict. And we were assigned as an Air Defense Command mission at Dow Air Force Base in Bangor, Maine. As the years passed, the unit's mission changed from Air Defense Command to Tactical Air Command, and now the Air Combat Command. We now deploy with a TPS 75 with a max range of over 240 miles. So where's my radar truth at? Today, our nation has called upon us again, and we will deliver. We will deploy as part of the 727 Expeditionary Air Control Squadron, call sign Kingpin, and will operate from multiple locations across the CENTCOM area of responsibility, as well as Headquarters 9th Air Force's Central, where we will provide 24/7 command and control of combat missions in support of Operation Inherent Resolve and the combined defense of the Arabian Peninsula. Families and loved ones and support team, thank you for coming out. Thank you for all your support, your love, your understanding, and your sacrifices. If you need anything at all, like Chief said, while your service member is deployed, please reach out to me, our First Sergeant, our key spouses, or any of our family and airman readiness, our airman and family readiness team. And we have the booths here set up. We're here for you as much as your airmen. Brewtown, it's an honor to stand before you today. I'm a proud commander, and I'm among some of the very best airmen in the world. I ask that you go forth and give your best, as you always do. Be proud, be professional, never struggle alone, and always be there for each other. Governor Evers, General May, Colonel Eakins, these citizen airmen have trained extensively to meet our unit's mission to deliver world-class, deployable, tailorable, and agile tactical battle management, warfighting effects for the combatant commander, anytime, anywhere. You can be confident in their abilities and rest assured that they will continue to make you and the great state of Wisconsin proud. Thank you.
Thank you, Colonel May. It's now my distinct pleasure to introduce the Volk Field Combat Readiness and Training Center Commander, Colonel Matt Eakins.
Thank you, everybody, for coming out this afternoon. Governor Evers, General May, Chief Khan, again, thank you for your support for the state and local elected officials, the Volk Field Community Council members, and most importantly, the friends and family of the ACS deployers. Thank you for joining us today and to recognize these great women and men. This week culminates months of training and anticipation of what the next 6 months will bring. For some, you'll be going to familiar areas overseas, and for others, you'll practice your trade from South Carolina. But for all of you, your mission remains the same as it's always has been: airspace dominance. Never forget that. We will miss your expertise during Northern Lightning and the many ways you are engaged here at Team Volk and our community. But we know this deployment is why you serve our great nation. In my 3 months on station, I've been impressed with your professionalism and commitment to be the very best at every task that you put your mind to. I know that when you arrive, you'll equally impress your new leadership with your can-do approach, and that you'll continue to perform it for the duration of your deployment. It's ingrained in your character. It's the only way you know how. Be safe, lead from the front, and take care of each other. We need each of you back here in 6 months to share your valuable lessons learned as we continue to develop this great organization. Friends and family, your airmen, singular, is one of the very best our country has to offer. Their individual level of performance is virtually impossible, though, without your support. You enable them to remain focused on providing world-class service no matter the location, no matter the time of day. You are what we call a force multiplier. Your support enables our mission, and we thank you for being there for your service member. Lieutenant Colonel Bergman and Team Kingpin. Thank you for what you're doing, and thank you for your service. Safe travels.
Thank you, Colonel Eakins. It's now my honor to introduce to you the commanders of the 2,300 men and women of the Wisconsin Air National Guard. The Wisconsin Deputy Adjutant General for Air, Brigadier General David May.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished visitors, elected officials, family and friends of the ACS. Governor Evers, thank you so much for taking time to be here with us today. What was a special occasion. Chief Kahn and I are proud to be wearing your patch today with you in pride and solidarity. And there's no doubt that everyone on this stage is brimming with pride as we send you, the members of the 128th ACS, off for your 7th deployment since 9/11. Job number 1 in the Wisconsin Air National Guard is to produce ready airmen. You have achieved that goal, and now it's time to move out and execute your mission. I think it's important to point out today that many things have changed over the course of your storied history. The world itself has changed. A chapter has closed on the named operations in the Middle East as we turn to a posture of integrated deterrence, focusing on evolving threats and peer-level adversaries around the globe. Your first post-9/11 deployment was in a field in northern Illinois, and today you deploy with great agility in a distributed manner never seen before. Technology continues to leap forward and is the main reason that you're now deploying as part of Kingpin in so many different places. You've kept pace, adapted, and thrived, further increasing the benefit that you bring to the fight. And many things have remained the same. The Air National Guard is still a strategic reserve, but utilized as an operational reserve, adding irreplaceable value to the conduct of the joint fight around the globe. The 128th ACS is a strong and cohesive unit with an uncommon level of esprit de corps and capability, the envy of all who meet you. Developments in technology will take their course, but the quality and proficiency of our airmen is a strategic advantage for our nation that each of you deliver. Finally, the 128th ACS families are strong, resilient, supportive, and we can't thank you enough for standing watch on the home front during this deployment. In an era that the United States Air Force is looking for multi-capable airmen, I say look no further than the 128th Air Control Squadron, a unit full of what the Air Force needs, supported by the most amazing National Guard families back here at home. Best of luck, Brewtown Warriors. We will be thinking of you every day that you're gone, greatly anticipating your return, and know that you will do amazing and make all of us proud. Please join me now in welcoming our Commander-in-Chief, Governor Tony Evers. Sir?
Well, good afternoon to the airmen and the families of the 128th Air Control Squadron. You know, I'm honored to be here today to wish you all well as you begin a journey and deploy in defense of our nation. I know for many of you, today is a bittersweet day as you say goodbye to your loved ones and comforts of home, of course. But today is also full of excitement as you go out to complete the mission for which you were prepared. We're proud to call you a citizen airman in our Wisconsin National Guard, and on behalf of the entire state of Wisconsin, I want to tell you how grateful I am for your service, both to our state and to our nation. You've all served Wisconsin admirably, particularly over these past few years as our state has grappled with COVID-19. Many of you here today have been part of the various missions for which you were called to by the Wisconsin National Guard, from staffing polling sites to ensure Wisconsinites could exercise their right to vote in a safe and healthy environment, to serving as critical members of our state's COVID-19 response to responding to civil unrest at our nation's capital. And in recent months, as many of you are part of our state's role in Operation Allies Welcome, overseeing the care of thousands of Afghan refugees who found safety at Fort McCoy while awaiting resettlement. We've asked a lot of you over these past few years, but you've responded each time with a willingness to tackle any and every challenge ahead. Without a doubt, we owe our state's success to your efforts. And it's now time for a new mission in the Middle East, where you'll be performing air operations to support Operation Inherent Resolve and the combined defense of the Arabian Peninsula. This unit has a proud and noble history and a lengthy list of deployments under its belt, particularly in the years since September 11th, 2001, with multiple employments in Afghanistan, the Middle East, and Southwest Asia. You should be very proud of your service, and now you will write the next chapter in your history. You represent the very, very best the state has to offer. The skills each of you bring to this mission are unmatched. It's safe to say that the Air Force is getting an exceptional group of airmen, and I know you will do Wisconsin proud. Values and the work ethic inherent in the Wisconsin upbringing will serve you well on this mission, which is why it's no wonder the Air Force regularly calls on 128th. But I also acknowledge that this is a team effort, and it takes lots of effort, families, communities, and employers to make the National Guard successful. Please know that as a state, we pledge our unwavering support to you and your families, both while you're deployed and when you return and reintegrate back into civilian and family lives. We have a tremendous amount of support and resources available to you here in Wisconsin to help ensure your service is rewarding and that you receive the benefits that are deserved. And to all the families, know that we pledge our support to you as well. You bear a heavy burden when your loved ones deploy, but please know that the support that you provide allows the loved ones to fully perform their duties. Lastly, today I want to recognize your civilian employers and the burden they bear, giving up talented, skilled professionals when you deploy. But they also recognize the value of employing members of the Wisconsin National Guard, the importance of your service, and for that we also thank them for their support. You know, this is a team effort, folks, and we are all behind you, so rest assured that I, along with millions of Wisconsinites, will be thinking of you and praying for your safe return. We wish you Godspeed on this deployment, and now I'd like to thank you so much for your service. Thank you.
Thank you, Governor Evers. At this time, I'd like to have Governor Evers, Brigadier General May, both present the Wisconsin flag to Lieutenant Colonel Cindy Berger, the deployed Director of Operations for the 128th Air Patrol Squadron.
Lieutenant Colonel, please know that this is an honor for me to provide this to you and your group, and fly it proudly, knowing that Wisconsin is behind you every single day. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Governor Evers, General May, and Colonel Berger. At this time, I'd like to welcome Master Sergeant Patchen to come forward for the benediction.
I invite you to pray with me and then to receive the benediction. Father, we pray your blessing on these men and women as they go out. Help them. Be an encouragement to them. May your power be made known to them and through them. I pray these things in the name of Jesus. Amen. May the Lord hear you in your darkest night. May he guard you like a lion. May he send you help from his holy hill. May he hear you when you call. Amen.
Thank you, Sergeant Patrick. To conclude our ceremony today, we ask that you please stand as you are able for the playing of the Air Force song, and remain standing for the departure of the official party. You may all be seated. This concludes our ceremony for today. But at this time, we invite our deploying service members and their families to visit the various resources available in the hangar. Would each representative please raise your hand when I announce your available resource? ACS Key Spouse Support Group, Ms. Lindsay McKenna. The USO Group, Ms. Elizabeth Haslett. Airman and Family Readiness Information, Mr. Jerry Cook. And shortly after the ceremony concludes, Ms. Kristen Keehan, seated up front, is available to provide family photos for anyone interested here on the stage. Just give us a moment. Again, I want to thank everyone for joining us today, and Godspeed to our deploying airmen.